Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome to CB Smith Reserve. It is a huge night of NPL Victoria action here on match week 11. There are 5 games taking place across the state this evening. Here it is Pascoe Vale taking on the Dandenong Thunder. Pretty important fixture for both these sides. Not great form at the moment. Pascoe Vale have suffered 3 successive defeats, and for the Dandenong Thunder, they haven't scored a victory since March 29, and that was a rather famous win over Dandenong City, 4-3. That was a remarkable game. So both sides are desperate for a win here this evening. My name's Adam Sarikoglu. Let's go through the 2 starting lineups for Pascoe Vale and Dandenong Thunder before this one does get underway this evening. It's Nick Feely in goal for Pascoe Vale, Adrian Tallarico, Matthew Hennessy, and Josh Calabria. The captain is Joseph Youssef. Dimitri Hatzimiratis, who has 2 goals so far this season. And Davey Van Schip is up front with 7 goals for Pascoe Vale. ACN Ishak gets a start this evening, as does Mohamed Naeem Rahimi, Gonzalo Abascal, and Michael Ferrante. They're your starters this evening. And we'll go through Dandenong Thunder very quickly. In goal, it's P.S. Clark for Thunder, Omar Amachi, Yanis Georgopoulos, Masim Mamiti, Nick Medafri, Blake Carpenter, Jake Kashiri, Peter Skapidis, the captain, Brandon Barnes up front, who has 5 goals to his name so far this season. Mohamed Faizi gets a start this evening, and Jack Musgrave as well. They're our starting lineups for this one. A few changes for both and a few notable exclusions. Jonathan Fakurtzis, Lucas Santilli, and Felipe Bernabel Madrid are among the key outs, as well as Mateo Balan, not playing tonight for Pascoe Vale, and Alon Blumgart, the usual captain for Dandenong Thunder, not on the team sheets, as well as Luke Gallo for the visitors here, who are in the all-white kit this evening. Pascoe Vale in their home at navy blue, as referee Adam Bavka gets ready to send this one on its way. One of 5 matches this evening in NPL Victoria. It is 10th and 11th on the table. Thunder in 10th, Pascoe Vale in 11th. 3 wins apiece, as Adam Bavka makes sure everyone's happy and ready to go. And we are underway at CB Smith Reserve. A big night ahead for both these clubs. And it was Carpenter trying to execute the first foray forward of the evening for the Thunder. Rahimi's long ball. Couldn't quite pick out Davey Van Schip, and Amachi. He's going to track this one down for Dandenong Thunder. Look out for him on the right side tonight. He's donning the new bleach blonde sort of look. We saw that on debut last week after the Easter break, as we see Dandenong Thunder now working the right side. Skapidis gets his first touch of the night, and that's not going to quite hit Barnes in the area. Out for a goal kick. Chilly night here in Fawkner this evening at CB Smith Reserve. Expected to go down potentially to 10 degrees as the night progresses here. As Hennessy sends a long ball forward, was looking for Hatzimiratis. Thunder got back in numbers. Hennessy with another touch, does pick out Davey Van Schip, needs some help. And now Hatzimiratis with the chance at the edge of the area, but 2 Thunder defenders to deal with, including Amachi. Wins it back for the visitors. Maybe it'll spit out back for David Van Schip, and he's got it now. Davey goes down. That one is right in front of Adam Bavka, and he gives away the first foul of the evening. And it will be a set piece for Pascoe Vale. Not the biggest crowd we've seen at CB Smith Reserve. We've had a couple of recent home fixtures for Pascoe Vale that have featured South Melbourne and Melbourne Knights. And that was their last home start against Melbourne Knights before the Easter break. And that, you can imagine, drew some decent crowds here to CB Smith Reserve. As Rahimi sends this one in for Pascoe Vale. Hennessy at the back. Misses his header, and it's out for a goal kick. Couldn't get good purchase. And the The first real chance of the evening goes begging. And Pierce Clark will get this one away. You might be able to hear a fairly stiff breeze that's blowing toward your right of screen. However, you may be watching this tonight on the NPL Victoria YouTube or Facebook page. So that's the side that Pascoe Vale's attacking toward in this opening half. Dandenong Thunder working tight quarters, and now Mamiti sends a long ball forward for Barnes. It's a bounce the right way for him. There is a whistle as Hennessy goes down. He had a really good look. Otherwise did Barnes, but it will be a free kick for Pascoe Vale. We'll take a look at the two benches this evening. Hakeem Al-Arabi, Nick Georgopoulos, who's been a star in the attacking front for Pascoe Vale. He's on as a sub tonight so far on the bench. Jip Bartels and Luki Cavalas alongside Stephen Hatzakostas for Pascoe Vale. We'll take a look at the Thunder bench in a moment. Here is a chance, although the offside flag goes up for Joseph Youssef. The Thunder bench, Kieran Dover, who has 4 goals to his name, Keen Runge, Christian Cavallo, Sevdim Ismaili and Aidan Mamiti are the subs tonight potentially available. For Veton Kachari. Of course, it's Vitale Ferrante, the gaffer for Pascoe Vale, as we see Clark clear this away into the attacking third. Plenty of navy blue around this one as Talarico decides to retreat. The Pascal's crossing ball's okay. And Calabria back in the side tonight. Back to the safety of Nick Feely. Winds here's just died down a little bit for the moment. Could become a rather blustery night as we advance. So we're nearly 5 minutes in here. Maybe one chance for Pascoe Vale to go up early. The missed header by this man in Hennessy. Enterprising ball, tried to pick out Hatzimaradis, was unsuccessful. The area ball, Carpenter tried to win it, Hennessy goes down. And an early decision here potentially for Adam Bavka, as Hennessy is on the deck at the moment. He has asked Blake Carpenter to step away. And there will be some treatment for Matthew Hennessy, who's had an eventful 5 minutes to start this one. No cards shown in the end. And a little bit of feedback for Adam Bavka from the Pascoe Vale sideline. As you probably could imagine, it did happen rather close, as now there is a card for Blake Carpenter. His second card of the season, an early card for the Dandenong Thunder this evening. Gonzalo Abascal is the man over the top of it here. And 4 Pascoe Vale attackers at the edge of the area waiting for this ball to come in. Adam Bavka will now resume proceedings after getting a little bit of advice from Veton Kochari. Two fairly vocal benches either side of our broadcast area this evening as play restarts with the Pascal looking for Calabria. Now a high ball over the top. Ishak, as the ball falls out and gives away the foul. After getting that yellow card, Blake Carpenter's come to the Thunder bench and had a conversation or two with the coaching staff. It's a wayward clearance here by Clark and gives away to throw to Pascoe Vale at the halfway mark of the pitch. And throw for Davey Van Schip, who was tightly marked. Now Thunder looking to potentially counter here. Searching ball from Adafri. Barnes. Carpenter worried out of it nicely by Tallarico. Got it back to Tallarico, needed to clear away and did. Now Rahimi just bounced away from him. Madafari all the way back to Clark. Carpenter, his target. Couldn't quite reach it. And there is an offside flag that's up. First offside of the evening. Pascoe. Hatzimaratis. Rahimi looking for Tallarico in the right corner, and he gets the first touch cross in toward the back post, and it's going to fall out safely in the end from a Dandenong Thunder perspective. Officials have awarded that throw to Dandenong Thunder. This is Omar Marchi, as we mentioned, with the new hair colour, which he debuted last week. And he'll take another throw here. He'll be easy to spot in the fluoro orange slippers this evening. This time the throw is going to go Pascoe Vale's way. It's not exactly breakneck speed here at CB Smith Reserve so far this evening. 9.5 minutes in. One, well, probably could say more than half chance for Hennessy was a missed header. It didn't test Clark in the end, as Dandenong Thunder now look to potentially attack once more, but Skapitis mistimed his run at the ball, and there were many navy blue shirts around it, so now it's going to be Gonzalo Abascal to set up a new attack here for Pascoe Vale. Just a wayward pass for Rahimi. It all works out okay in the end as Ferrante's ball forward falls safe and lands with Pierce Clark. Carpenter was the lone target there for the Thunder. Numbers one out that time once more in the aerial battle. And here's Tallarico. Rahimi back to Tallarico. Working in tight quarters once more here at the hosts, and the throw to be taken right in front of the Dandenong Thunder bench. Last touch was off Pascoe Vale, and Mamiti claims the throw for Thunder. Again, last touch off Pascoe Vale. Carpenter fairway forward to take the throw. Decides that Massim Mamiti is the best man to actually take it in the end. Barnes presenting up. An important man, the skipper for Thunder. He's kicked 5 goals so far this evening. Now, is there an offside flag here? There is. For Dimitri Hatzimaratis. He did kick the ball away after the whistle, and that drew the ire of some of the Thunder supporters here who are just to the right of the bench this evening. As I said, it's not a huge crowd here, but certainly a vocal one. Main grandstand probably a third to potentially, well, I should say a half to maybe 2/3 full this evening. Now Carpenter. That ball sails over his head, working on Talarico. It does fall to his feet though. And he's going to play the corner. Decides to get the cross in, and it's cleared away by Hennessy. So now real chance for Thunder to see if they can test Nick Feely. The offside flag has stopped a couple of their early attacks this evening. Carpenter's long ball in. Lands it up and up in front of Barnes. Was he being held on to potentially? Put his arms up and looked at Adam Bavka, who said play on. Rahimi. His pass is only going to fall into the lap of Masim Mamiti. Central ball for Barnes, who played back. Thunder man down. Momentarily it was Ismaili. Now there's a Pascoe man down in Rahimi. And he's clutching at his right shin. Play continues, although now you'd expect Talarico to send it out of bounds, and he does. And some attention coming the way of Mohamed Naeem Rahimi. And the instruction from Vitale Ferrante is to calm down and relax. So the tempo just rose in that last couple of minutes, and we're in the 14th minute. It remains 0-0. And as we see Blake Carpenter do the sportsmanlike thing and hand possession back over to Pascoe Vale. Yusuf trying to work here with Ishak. Marchi's in his way and does win it back for Dandenong Thunder. Well done, Omarchi. Calabria all the way back to the safety of Nick Feely. Does have Barnes hot on his heels though, needs to clear out and does. Can't quite pick out Hatsamaratis. Now Yusuf. Not a great ball. Does win it back here, Yusuf, for Pascoe Vale. Hatsamaratis lost it on the way through, and Davey Van Schip had it loot him as well. So Dandenong Thunder can look to counter once more. Mamiti's ball. Bit rushed, and Blake Carpenter not too happy about it. Backtracking was Madafari, and he'll get it away from the danger area, but Pascoe Vale do find themselves in the attacking third. Ferrante. Just looking to find some free space to get his pass away. Does in the end to Rahimi. And now to Pascal from the halfway line. Damien Van Schip's come up and presented. Talarico. Pascal looks into the area, tries to pick out Yusuf, and that's just going to roll all the way through to Clark in the end, and Thunder are out safely once more. Quick to get the pass off to Amarchi. He does get it past halfway. The searching ball in, trying to pick out Skapides, but doesn't work out in the end, and into the safe arms of Nick Feely for Pascoe Vale. Offside flag goes up as that ball was headed for Hatsamaratis. Now seen a few offside flags go up this evening. Kashieri, not a great pass, and now a chance here for Pascoe Vale, and it's Ishak that's working the edge of the area. Had to go back, and then the cavalry arrived for the Thunder in the end, and they do concede the throw right by the corner flag. Ishak goes and retrieves the ball. 3 men in the area for Pascoe Vale. Hatsamaratis, Yusuf and Davey Van Schip in the pass comes Rahimi's way, trying to pick a way through, but the roadblock was Kashiri that time for Dandenong Thunder. And here's Ferrante. The centre of the park. Is Gonzalo Pascoe. Is that an onside pass? It is for Yusuf. The first time cross, blocked by Amachi. A second look at it for Yusuf. And now Van Schip. Tried to work it central for Rahimi. White shirts were there to kill it off for Dandenong Thunder, but it's still a Pascoe Vale possession here. Van Schip, another touch. Looking to work it short and combine with his skipper. It comes unstuck once more for Pascoe Vale. Vitale Ferrante to our left here, a frustrated man at the moment. One of the more animated operators on the sideline in the technical area is Vitale Ferrante. This is Carpenter, the man that's on the only yellow card of the evening so far. Mamedi's central ball. Fairway off from reaching Skipidis as Ferrante's happy to retreat once more to Feely. And Chip tried to play it onto Tallarico, was under pressure as the ball arrived and concedes the throw. Chance for the Thunder to attack here as the ball just creeps into the area. It came unstuck though, and on the counter, Hatzimuratis suddenly sees himself with a little bit of space in the wide-ranging pass to a very open Ferrante. It just gets to it in time. Van Schip had a one-on-one initially. Cavalry arrives for the Thunder. Tries to centre it here for Rahimi. Not a great first touch. Van Schip came back for support. Tried to chip one in for Hatzimuratis. Blake Carpenter's high ball's gone the wrong way for Dandenong Thunder, and eventually it does fall to David Van Schip. Ferrante trying to pick out Yusuf. Pass was too central. Now another counter opportunity here as Skipidis finds a bit of a gap at midfield and sends the pass out wide for Faizi. His cross is blocked. It went vertical, then it bounced Rahimi's way eventually. Marchi at the halfway line, retrieves the ball for Dandenong Thunder. He's been busy in these first 20 minutes. Mamedi had to come out and challenge for the ball against Tallarico. Now Carpenter, the left foot cross, took a deflection and it's going to bounce right in front of Feely in the end at a nice, easy collect for him. Ferrante to Tallarico. Just happy to sit over the top of the ball, and Pascoe Vale happy to slow the tempo down here for the moment. Now Pascal's long ball. Does well to pick out Van Schip. Was it a handball though? It was. The second touch off the foot. Straight into David Van Schip's hands, and free kick for Dandenong Thunder. Carpenter in the corner here. Tried to work his way around the Pascoe. Fell down and no foul in the end. Would appear he lost his balance, it would seem. Pascoe Vale will come away with this unscathed. Yusuf. On the way back to Feely, who clears away. Van Schip probably missed the time that one in flight. Fell back, and now Musgrave can clear away for Dandenong Thunder. Decides to go to diagonal to Kashiri. Amachi goes down, stays down. Play continues. Van Schip into the area, looking to potentially get a shot away. Davey Van Schip Plays back to Ferrante at the top of the area. The lob for Van Schip. Tried to get the header down to Rahimi. That's where the whistle is blown, and Marchi back up on his feet, but clearly in some kind of discomfort as we speak. So after a brief delay, Clark finally allowed to clear out for Dandenong Thunder. Joseph Youssef had Davey Van Schip short, and a longer option in Hatzimaradis went to the former. Van Schip, Ferrante, not a kind bounce for him. Still a chance though for Pascoe Vale to attack. Talarico wins the battle against Carpenter. Pascoe outside of the boot. Ball tried to pick out Rahimi, was unsuccessful in doing so. Now on the counter, Skapidis. Has Barnes in the area. Decided to potentially set one up into Faizi's zone. The ball eventually cleared out. It's gone over the top of the main clubroom area here at CB Smith Reserve, and we might need another football here to resume play. Marchi to take the throw. He has got a replacement ball. Two men in the area, and they are Carpenter and Barnes. The latter is his target. Calabria, the man to get the first touch. It was a header. Eventually it is cleared out. Rahimi's touch. Well, they find the sideline, and Marchi to take another throw here for Dandenong Thunder. 25 minutes in. Pascoe Vale 0, Dandenong Thunder 0. And there is a foul there. Won by Omar Marchi. We've seen his impact and potentially how dangerous he can be on that right side, and he's been busy so far this evening, and he does win the free kick here. So a set piece opportunity coming up for Dandenong Thunder, and you can probably hear that wind is picking up once more as well here at CB Smith Reserve. This ball will be sort of kicked right into the teeth of it. Incoming ball from Skapidis. Interesting bounce there. It was a dangerous one for a moment. Ball's not cleared out yet either. Mamidi out wide for Barnes. Works it into the box. Blocked ball. And that's the first corner of the evening for Dandenong Thunder. Barnes to take it. In swinging ball for the back post. Talarico was the man there that got the header away for Pascoe Vale. It's played all the way back to Ismaili. Looking to pick out his captain, but the bounce goes over his head. Ferrante to claim the throw for Pascoe Vale. We're starting to get some raindrops now here at CB Smith Reserve. I must say, it wasn't in the forecast. Light rain falling in Faulkner this evening before the half-hour mark. See exactly what effect that could have as Thunder, who are enjoying a good couple of minutes here at the moment. Carpenter once more on the left. Had Ferrante working on him, so he decided to play back for Mamiti. Over to head Noel Barnes, and it goes over The line for a goal kick. And there is light rain falling here, and I don't know if you can see it in the footage, but you can see the rain is falling toward the direction of Pascoe Vale's attacking half as Van Schip had Amashi tied on him. Trying to work his way through his Youssef, but can't keep possession for Pascoe Vale. Carpenter went out. That ball did initially find its way through to Barnes, but he was probably surprised that it did come his way in the end, and that's going to be an offside flag. Flag is up. The shot that wouldn't have counted did draw a save, though, from Feely. So it's a very gentle sort of rain here at the moment at CB Smith Reserve. As I said, it wasn't really in the forecast, so wouldn't expect this very light shower, if you can even call it a shower, to last too long, but we'll see. We are in Melbourne after all, one of the most unpredictable cities in the world for meteorologists, as Pascoe Vale does win a throw here in a very attacking area. Ishak's waiting for a ball. It's coming his way now. Dandenong Thunderman is down though. And a medic does need to make its way out onto the pitch. So we will get a small delay in play here. We are at the half-hour mark now. Could probably make a fair argument that both Vellante, Ferrante and Veton Kuchari would be relatively pleased with what they've seen so far. Both defensive fronts have done their jobs. Hennessy missed an early header, potentially the only chance we've seen so far this evening. This play does finally resume, and Clark will clear this away. So still that light drizzle. That's CB Smith Reserve as Pierce Clark's a long ball. Couldn't find Barnes. One back nicely by Youssef, and the switching pass is good as well for Talarico. Looks ahead, and Hatzimaradis is presenting ahead, but decides to retreat, go backwards. That's okay for Rahimi. David Van Schip caught behind Amachi that time. Well read by Omar Amachi. Wins it back for Dandenong Thunder. Now Skipidis. Thunder, I should say. Wide for Barnes. Ismaili immediately challenged by Talarico. Carpenter's first touch just a little too light on and couldn't work his way around Ferrante in the end, and the throw here is going to go Dandenong Thunder's way. Messim Mimidi to take the throw here. An early substitution. So Mohamed Faizi hasn't recovered from whatever that ailment was, and Kieran Dover is onto the pitch, an early substitution here. So both of Dandenong Thunder's leading scorers now on the pitch in Dover and Barnes. That'll give Nick Thiele something new to think about in the final hour to come. Hennessy. Pascoe, Rahimi. Back to the safety of Thiele. And you can hear the instructions being barked out by Vitale Ferrante. Long ball here, a bit too long for Hatzimaradis, and an easy collect in the end for Clark. That light drizzle has dissipated here at CB Smith Reserve. Pascoe played back to Hennessy and back to Thiele. It's been a somewhat conservative Pascoe Vale in this sort of area so far tonight. A couple of long balls, but nothing of any real substance for Davey Van Schip and Hatzimaradis up front. If you're just tuning in, we've already seen one substitution, and Kieran Dover has replaced Mohamed Faizi, who went down at the half-hour mark. Has Amachi kept that in? No. And the throw to be taken by Ishak. Calabria's clearance almost picked out Hatzimaradis by accident. It doesn't in the end, and the quick counter. Carpenter was the intended target of Sevdim Ismaili's pass. That didn't work out. Musgrave wins it back for Dandenong Thunder. First touch cross, and Barnes not happy with that. Immediately looks back at the defender in the 29 shirt, wondering exactly what that was. It was not effective at all. Barnes got nowhere near it, and Pascoe Vale will start a new attack once more. Talarico right in front of our broadcast area. Challenged by Mimiti. One back for Dandenong Thunder. One way and the other for Skapidis. Just gets his pass out in time for Carpenter, and a wayward cross in. Not a problem in the end for Nick Thiele in the Pascoe Vale defence. That light rain that we saw 5 minutes or so ago is probably just, or at least it feels like it's dropped the temperature down a little bit. It's now what you would probably describe as a chilly evening here in the suburb of Fawkner, Melbourne's northern suburbs. An easy retrieve here for Clark. Talarico. Hatzimaradis. Rahimi back to Hatzimaradis. Nice little ball from Rahimi to Hatzimaradis, who did go down. Referee says play on. Not getting up just yet is Hatzimaradis. Yusuf. Well, he did want to take it out of play. Now he does take it out of play. And a little bit of treatment perhaps required for the Pascoe Vale number 9, Dimitri Hatzimaradis. A little frustrated is Masim Mimiti. No medical treatment coming out for Hatzimaradis here, so he'll get up and play will resume. We'll see a Dandenong Thunder throw, which you would expect to go back to Pascoe Vale. So Blake Carpenter will bring it back into play, and Pascoe Vale will get it back via Nick Thiele. Free kick at the halfway mark, and it was quickly taken by Carpenter, but that wasn't allowed, so it has to come back. Mamiti's going to take it here on the left side for Dandenong Thunder. through the entire month of April without claiming victory. Did the Thunder now. Bars at the top of the area. Gets a shot away, but doesn't really challenge Feely in the end. And that's as close as Dandenong Thunder has come to finding the back of the net this evening. It remains a goalless game here at CB Smith Reserve, and the wind is picking up once more. Yusuf. Play back to Ferrante. Rahimi, now Hennessy. And he missed a very early header, only 4 or 5 minutes in. That was Pascoe Vale's best chance at goal so far. Ball's played forward, but no navy blue shirts around it. And Clark now will clear away. Calabria's header. Hatzimiratis, he's okay now. Marshy working on him. Hatzimiratis loses his feet. Went down seemingly for no reason, and Adam Bavka was right there, and he has given away the foul. Marshy's looking back, just putting his hands up, exactly just asking what Adam Bavka saw there, but play resumes, and Davey Van Schip was pressured by Madafri, went back to Hennessy. Ball's just cannoned into our commentary area. The scaffold here at midfield. This is Pascal. Just a wayward pass for Davey Van Schip that time. Carpenter throws a good one here for Skapidis. Hennessy did well just to get in the way, though. Just got in the road, and Skapidis was worried out of it in the end. The ball was just a bit too advanced for Tallarico. Last touch off Pascoe Vale, according to the assistant referee. Throw to be taken by Mamiti. Ferrante's asking a handball question here of Adam Bavka. And the referee says no. Mamiti. Skapidis, the ball just eluded him. He looked back at Adam Bavka as well. Hasn't had to blow the whistle too much so far this evening. We have had a few moments of, or a few delays with some minor injuries, and we have seen one substitution already this evening. Hatzimiratis just didn't have the ball fall his way that time, and Amachi will clear out for Dandenong Thunder. That pass is too heavy for Barnes. Feely will happily see that over. So we're about 4 or so minutes away from the end of the first 45 here. We may get a minute or two of added time here. Dandenong Thunder forced to sub Mohamed Faizi out of the game at the half-hour mark, and Kieran Dover is now out on the pitch for Thunder. Like Carpenter, the recipient of the only yellow card so far this evening, as Yusuf clears this away for Pascoe Vale. Van Schip, nicely controlled in the end down to Tallarico. Rahimi, he's been busy. It's an attacking sort of midfield sort of role for him this evening. Rahimi conceding the throw is Madafari. That's going to be taken by Pascal. Ishak has Hatzimiratis further ahead. Ishak gets it back now at the edge of the area. The left foot takes a deflection. Corner for Pascoe Vale, their first of the evening. The late first half corner. It looks like it will be Mohamed Rahimi to take it. Ishak, Davey Van Schip, Hatsa Maratis Yusuf all in the area. Now Calabria and Hennessy sneak in as well. We did see an early set piece for Pascoe Vale that resulted in what looked to be a free header for Hennessy, but it was a fair way off the mark and it didn't challenge Clark in the end. We'll see what Rohimi can come up with here as he gets set to fire this one in. In-swinging ball coming up from Mohamed Rahimi. Hatsamaratis presents up front, just right in front of Clark, who tried to clear out, and then there is a whistle. All's well that ends well for Dandenong Thunder. We're just starting to see that light rain re-emerge now. That's making for quite a chilly evening here in Fawkner. That clearance from Clark was into the teeth of the breeze. It didn't really hold up that time. Was there potentially a handball there? Adam Bavka says no. Now, is Barnes onside? He is. The second touch and missed. It was a tap-in opportunity potentially for Dandenong Thunder. The connection wasn't made, and it lands out in the end. Trying to pick out who that Dandenong Thunder man was. It might have been Blake Carpenter, who could not connect and score what would have been a huge goal for the visitors here this evening. It was Carpenter. There have been a couple of moments that Dandenong Thunder have been able to find their way through and challenge Nick Feely. You could argue it probably should be 1-0 to the visitors. And we remain deadlocked at 0-0 as we approach half-time. Still no indication from the referee's assistant. I do think we will have 2 minutes of added time here to end this first half. There's a handball there. Adam Bafka does see it. Omar Amachi potentially arguing that there should be a card to go with that, but Adam Bafka not interested. The 2 minutes go up here at CB Smith Reserve. Collision between Calabria and Carpenter. Calabria goes down. Whistle was blown and Calabria requires some attention here. And the trainer does come out to attend to Calabria. So we are right in the shadows of half-time here and it remains 0-0. Blake Carpenter missed a wonderful opportunity moments ago. At the other end, it was Matthew Hennessy who missed a header in the first couple of minutes. So no goals yet this evening. And the man that's receiving treatment is Josh Calabria as we speak. Have already seen one substitution from Dandenong Thunder this evening. It was Mohamed Faizi making way for Kieran Dover. That was at the half-hour mark. Now Calabria at least sits up. Appears to be some sort of gash to the head potentially for Josh Calabria. Back in the lineup this evening for Pascoe Vale. The trainer just working on some bandaging around his head. So he'll get up and keep his place out on the park for Pascoe and Vale. Now Adam Bavka just looking to re-establish things for the last couple of moments here in this opening half, where it's Pascoe Vale 0, Dandenong Thunder 0. Hasn't been without its moments though, this one so far. Play resumes. Van Schip, the touchdown. Can't quite pick out Yusuf, but he will get the throw here. His fellow number 8 with the last touch. And Jake Kashari. Pascoe to Yusuf. Back to Pascoe. That's it. That's the halftime whistle. No goal scored in this one. A missed chance by Hennessy at one end and Carpenter at the other. And this battle between 10th and 11th on the NPL Victoria table. At the half, it remains 0-0. We'll be back after this with the second half. Well, welcome back everyone to CB Smith Reserve. Second half about to commence here between Pascoe, Vale and Dandenong Thunder. It's a cold, drizzly evening here in Fawkner. It is a scoreless 0-0 game here as we speak as David Van Schip gets ready to get this second half underway. We're just waiting for referee Adam Bavka to get things underway, and play does resume here at CB Smith Reserve. Chances for Hennessy and Carpenter in the first half. One yellow card. That's also gone the way of Blake Carpenter. So he'll need to make sure he behaves himself in these next 45 minutes. Hennessy down to Calabria. And he suffered an injury late. You can see the tape around his head. That was very late in the first half for Calabria. Ball falls down here for Dover. Started this evening on the substitution bench and came on for Mohamed Faizi at the half-hour mark. And Dover's ball here, trying to pick out Barnes. Into the area he comes. He's looking for an opening. He gets a shot away. Feely, it was straight at Feely. And then the follow-up as well. Feely not beaten this time. Not a great shot in the end by Barnes. And that is now in the space of about 5 minutes of game time, because there was a really good chance at the end of the first half. Two shots that have gone begging for Dandenong Thunder. It remains 0-0 in this round 11 clash at CB Smith Reserve. Hatzimaratis working on Amachi. Dover emerges with the ball for Thunder. Wayward pass inboard looking for Barnes. And this is a Pascal for Pascoe Vale. 1-2 with Rahimi. Van Schip, who's been playing fairly advanced up the pitch this evening, hasn't been the front man. That's been Hatzimaratis. And he's making a run here at the moment. To flex out, Talarico to take the throw. Hatzimaratis and Yusuf at the top of the area here for Pascoe Vale. If the ball does indeed come in, it's cleared out though. Musgrave's ball. Nick Feely's had a nervous couple of moments in the last 5-10 minutes of game time. His sheet does indeed remain clean. A really good look. Goes begging for Barnes, and it remains 0-0. Busy night of NPL Victoria, one of 5 games this evening. And 2 more to come on the weekend, one Saturday, one at Sunday. This is Calabria. He'll be easy to pick out if you're watching at home. He'll have the bandages around his head for the remainder. Pascoe Vale throw to be taken here by Ishak, and he was another Pascoe Vale man that had a busy first half. Yusuf. Hatzimaratis worried out of it. That is a foul given away by Kashiri. Set piece opportunity early in this second half for Pascoe Vale. That Hennessy chance was off a set piece early in the first, and that man does now enter the fray as Rahimi stands over the top of it, and Adam Bafka blows the whistle to allow Rahimi to send this in. Central ball, just a little shallow. An easy clearance in the end for Dandenong Thunder. Now a bit of work for Kashiri. Does get away from the initial challenger. Can't get around Ferrante though. Pascoe Vale win it back. Rahimi. Central ball trying to pick out Hatzimaratis. Samachi's touch not great. Was just off balance, and Yusuf was there, but he was worried out of it in the end by Kashiri. This is Dover. Barnes to his right. First touch cross all the way over to Carpenter. Talarico there for Pascoe Vale. Plays to Rahimi. Hatzimaratis works his way around Amachi. Slipping over there was Kashiri. Will be a slippery deck in this second half. We had some light rain at certain stages throughout the first half and then again at halftime. It does remain clear for the time being. Can tell you all at home, I've had a look at the Bureau of Meteorology app at halftime and the radar is all clear. But we are in Melbourne, so you never know. Thunder enjoying some good moments so far here in this second half, and a chance here as the cross comes Dover's way. Deflected by Calabria, out for a corner. The corner is being protested by Hennessy, but Dandenong Thunder, who did have a corner in the first half, they get another one here early in the second to be taken either by Barnes or Kashiri. .51st minute here at CB Smith Reserve. Short corner taken by Kashiri. And Barnes with the cross in. Rahimi the last touch, another corner. Encouraging words coming from the Pascoe Vale sideline from Vitale Ferrante, one of the more vocal gaffers in NPL Victoria. Talarico at the fall of the corner ball. Still a chance though for Thunder. It's Carpenter, can't work his way around Rahimi. A wasted opportunity in the end and a goal kick for Pascoe Vale. Baton Kochari not too happy with that effort. And Ferrante now has it for Pascoe Vale. No Belan this evening for Pascoe Vale. So a bit more of the load shifts onto Ferrante and this man here, Calabria, who's in the side this evening. Back to Feely. Has been the sort of game where you do feel like there will be a breakthrough eventually. But we're now approaching the hour mark and it remains scoreless at CB Smith Reserve. Two teams that are desperate for all 3 points on offer. Pascal. Davey Van Schip presenting up once more. A nice 1-2. Van Schip, though. Plenty of white shirts. Goes down. And the ball moves away, but Yusuf does get it back for Pascoe Vale. He'll get another touch for Davey Van Schip. He'll look to get the cross in. Hatzimaratis there. Does bounce into his lap. Hatzimaratis. Shot blocked by Amachi. And this will fall out of play for a Pascoe Vale throw. Yes. Referee's assistant does say that ball's out before Dover gets to it. Throw to be taken right in front of Vitale, I should say. Shaq's been the man patrolling things on the left side for Pascoe Vale, and the middle and attacking thirds is Rahimi out wide for Yusuf. Marchi guarding him, Rahimi. Retreats all the way back to a Pascal. He slips over, so it is a bit slippery out there. That'll make things a little tricky on the deck as we see the ball coming in now in Rahimi's direction. Hatzimaratis lost his footing. Van Schip wins it back for Pascoe Vale. Ferrante to Van Schip. What can Davey do? Keeps possession. Does indeed get around Mamidi in the end, and ball falls out for a Pascoe Vale corner to be taken by either it's a throw, sorry. Talarico down to Pascal. Pascoe Vale do have the extra man in this situation as doing very well in the end. I think it was Mamiti not allowing the cross in. It remains a Pascoe Vale possession. Pascal seems to think it was a corner, but it was a throw instead. Took the corner short anyway. Rahimi, that was off him the last touch, and out for a goal kick. Area ball eventually falls Pascoe Vale's way. Yusuf at midfield. Talarico's first touch. Not good for Hatzimaratis. Samachi to claim the throw for Thunder. It's over. Worried out of it by Yusuf. That is a foul. Still only the one card shown this evening. Also Blake Carpenter in the first half. Ball quickly taken by Thunder, but Pascal in the right spot for Pascoe Vale to win it back. And this is Talarico. Pascal Van Schip. Talarico receives it from Rahimi. Now he slipped over as well. I've seen a few players lose their footing in this second half after a bit of a light shower at half time and a very light drizzle at certain stages in the first half. Rahimi. Long ball trying to pick out Hatzimaratis. He'll go back and fetch. Dimitri Hatzimaratis played back to Ishak. He'll look to get his cross in now. The outswinger comes in. Musgrave did well to get back there for Thunder. And they concede the throw. It remains a Pascoe Vale ball. Last couple minutes have been controlled by the home side. Van Schip. Now Ishak on the left. Looking to find a way around Amachi. Pass back to Van Schip. Nice first touch. Kept it at his feet. Ishak trying to work around Amachi. Amachi did very well. Wins it back and wins the foul in the end for Dandenong Thunder. And they are looking to counter quickly. Kieran's over. Holds the ball up at the halfway mark. Now switches across to the left. Mamiti. Has Barnes ahead as well as Skapitis. Not a great ball forward though. A nothing ball really out for a goal kick. We're watching two sides approaching the halfway mark of the season, only with 3 wins on the board. 3 successive losses coming into this one for Pascoe Vale. And a winless April for Dandenong Thunder. Their last win against Dandenong City, a 4-3 classic. Amachi. Now this is Skapitis. Barnes. Nicely controlled. It was a heavy pass coming in from Skapitis. The switching ball from Dover. Mamidi. Has a Pascal to deal with and Rahimi. Central ball's okay. Ismaili. Shots away. Far too high in the ends and no trouble for Nick Philly. Where is the breakthrough going to come from this evening? Hatzimaratis does well. Now Pascal receives from Rahimi. The right foot cross looking to pick out Hatzimaratis. It wasn't a bad ball in the end. Not a great clearance. All's well that ends well though for Thunder. Ismaili. It's out for a throw. Amachi to take. Conditions have dried up a bit now, and according to the radar, it should stay that way for the next 35 or so minutes of play this evening. Something's got to give here at CB Smith Reserve. Dover has Amachi to his right. Only looking central though, trying to pick out Barnes. And Amachi goes unused in the end. There were plenty of white shirts at the landing of that one. Maybe still a chance in the front third. Nice little touch there by Skapitis. Doesn't pick out Carpenter though. This is Mamidi. Stays in. Barnes and Dover down there. But so was Ishak for Pascoe Vale. Dover approaching the area. Holds on to it for the time being. That might have taken a touch off Calabria. The header. And Carpenter. That's well over the crossbar. Maybe it didn't land exactly where he could get enough power into the shot, but still it is 0-0 at CB Smith Reserve. We've just ticked over the hour mark here. High ball to lands at midfield. It was Yusuf up against his fellow number 3 in Kashiri. This is Hatzimaradis. We've seen him come up the field a little bit as well in this second half. Right foot cross. That might actually land in. Yusuf was at the back. It falls out. It was intended to be a cross, but it was starting to go right to left, and it was almost a chance to sneak in. But it falls out in the end, and we're now starting to see things just open up a little bit. That's CB Smith Reserve. Chances at both ends. Pierce Clark to clear out. Hennessy with the acrobatics to get the header away. Rahimi working in tight quarters. Combines well with a Pascoe. Your first touch pass from Yusuf. Does fall Davey Van Schip's way eventually, but too heavy a touch. And an easy collect for Clark. Big half hour coming up for both Dandenong Thunder and Pascoe Vale. Two sides desperate for a win. Was that a handball? I think it was, and Pascoe Vale, maybe it was out for a throw. Either way, it's a Pascoe Vale ball here. It was indeed out. According to the assistant referee, Ishak to take the throw for Pascoe Vale. Foul on's over. Committed by Ishak. Marchie's just limping a little bit at the moment. And it seems to be in a little bit of pain. Calls for offside. Go unhurt. Pascal does pick out Hatzimaradis. Maybe a chance here for Pascoe Vale. Can he get a shot away? He can. But it's blocked. It's blocked by Madafari, and Thunder out of danger once more. This is Hennessy. Concedes the throw. Joseph Yusuf. Pascal Rahimi. And now Davey Van Schip. Slows the pace down. There's the experienced front man for Pascoe Vale. Ferrante. Right in the middle of CB Smith Reserve. This is Hennessy. Rahimi keeps it in play. Calabria. Hatzimaradis working on Amachi. Does fall his way eventually with the help of Ishak. Central ball for Davey Van Schip. Wide for a Pascal. He'll send the cross in. Nice ball, and the half shot in the end. Hatzimaradis. It falls over the crossbar. And we've seen a lot of chances go begging. That was a wonderful chance for Dimitri Hatzimaradis. Couldn't penetrate as the ball arrived at his feet, and it's still no goals either way. Marshy lost his feet, allowed Yusuf to come away with the ball. Hatzimaradis. Now it's Davey Van Schip in the area for Pascoe Vale. Hatzimaradis looking to get back onto his right peg. Blocked as the ball comes away toward the middle of the park. Retrieved by Pascal. Now Davey Van Schip. Out wide for Rahimi. Pascal can't get boots of ball. Cleared away by Musgrave. Some desperate defending at the moment for Dandenong Thunder. Davey Van Schip to take the throw. The short one. Trying to combine for Rahimi, but what's happened there is the ball was out of play. Cleared away by Ferrante, and Dandenong Thunder ball in the end. We need a new ball to make its way out onto the pitch. Vitale Ferrante still has all three substitutions up his sleeve. Thunder have two to come. Expect a little more than 25 minutes remain here as we approach the halfway mark of this second half as Rahimi goes down. That draws a whistle from Adam Bavka. Crowded area, Rahimi's low ball, easily cleared out. Rahimi's down, not for the first time this evening. Play continues, it's a fair way from him at the moment, and Thunder are not going to kick this one out. Chance for Dover, just falls behind him. Spits out to Barnes, he does get a look over the crossbar. And a farewell wide as well. As we look back toward Mohamed Rahimi, and he has not moved. So for the second time this evening, he's going to require some treatment. It looks like we are going to see a substitution for Pascoe Vale, and it's the dangerous Nick Georgopoulos looking to make his way onto the arena. Rahimi will be substituted off for Georgopoulos to come on here, so his night's over. But we will have a bit of a delay. It's been a frustrating night for both sides. They've had their chances. Barnes most recently sprayed one over the crossbar. Hatzimaradis had one fall at his feet, but couldn't actually get a decent shot away, and that one just eased over the crossbar as well at the other end moments before. Nick Georgopoulos will come on for Pascoe Vale. Rahimi's number does go up on the board. He'll come straight off and into the rooms at the other side of the pitch. And the Pascoe Vale number 12 is into the fray. So it did take two trainers to help Rahimi off in the end, and he limps off. His night's over. And two substitutions remain for both sides. Thunder's second substitution being readied on the sidelines. Looks like it'll be Christian Cavallo coming on. This is Talarico. Has Carpenter hot on his heels, and then Mamidi came in to assist. Dandenong throw. So that drizzling rain that was on and off throughout the later stages of the first half and that half time is gone. Back to somewhat dry conditions. We've seen a few players slip over in certain parts of the pitch. It's a fairly firm deck here at CB Smith Reserve. Here's Van Schip. Claims it back for Pascoe Vale. Has Ferrante and Tallarico there for assistance. Went to the latter. Pascoe's ball, long way out here is Clark, and he ends up claiming it on the full in the ends and right at the edge of the area. Had the poise there as Hatzimiratis was breathing down on him. Amachi's ball for Dover. Ishak working on him. Dover holds on to it. Georgopoulos looking to get involved for the first time. And no, Adam Bafka doesn't look over to the sideline and allow the substitution for Cavallo to occur. Play continues. We saw another player slip over, by the way. Ismaili played it back. Almost slipping over with Skapidis. Dover. Amachi. Curls it around for Dover to chase down. Does he keep it in? No, he doesn't. Now Dandenong Thunder looking to introduce their second change of the evening, and they will. It's Cavallo who's going to come on for Seftim Ismaili, who hasn't had a hell of a lot to do this evening. He now sees his number up on the board, and Cavallo will make his way out. Play resumes with Philly to Hennessy. Georgopoulos trying to find a way through here. Flag goes up though. Ran out of real estate in the end. The throw to be taken by Mamiti. Another Thunder throw. Barnes, was there a handball there? No. Adam Bafka allows play to continue. Dover on the right once more. That's the work around Ishak and Youssef. Not a great ball in. Ferrante's there to retrieve for Pascoe Vale. Hatzimiratis had a wonderful chance earlier in this second half, and it went begging. Georgopoulos. Here's another dangerous man for Pascoe Vale up front. And something to think about for the Thunder defenders as we see Barnes try to pick out Dover here. Will he chase it down in time? Right at the corner flag. He does keep it in play. A live ball here for Dover, but he concedes some grounds and goes back to Cashieri. Ball comes in. The header. This is the target for Carpenter. Pascal to Ferrante. It's the attacking half over the head of Van Schip. Another ball for Dover here on the right. A little touch, not a great one there by Cavallo. And Pascal to Tallarico. Back to Pascal. Nothing ahead. So retreats to Tallarico. He might go further back and does to Hennessy. Calabria. This is Nick Feely. He's been called upon a couple of times this evening, Nick Feely. The pass for Hatzimiratis was too heavy. We're starting to see the second change being readied for Pascoe Vale. Looks like it might be Stephen Hatzakostas that's going to make his way out, the number 77. Offside flags up. So Hatzakostas is going to be the second change coming on for Pascoe Vale. Ball's in front of the Pascoe Vale bench at the moment. Ishak does get around to Marchi and Cavallo. And then he goes down, and a free kick coming up for Pascoe Vale. There will be a change for the Thunder as well. That's their final change. We'll see the Pascoe Vale one come through first. Maybe not, actually. It'll be the Thunder change, and Carpenter's going to come off for Aidan Mamiti. We'll see if the set piece occurs first. Hatzakostas is going to come on for Ferrante for Pascoe Vale. And now Mamiti's going to replace Carpenter, but that might be after this free kick. Assistant referee, the wrong numbers, the wrong substitution up as Hatzakostas came on. Georgopoulos now. Clark comes out and clears away. Hits Hatzakostas' first involvement. Georgopoulos to Youssef. Tries to thread one through for Georgopoulos, and it doesn't work out. Now Ishak trips on the ball. And Dandenong Thunder want to get on with things here. Dover for Barnes. Amachi, that's a nice ball. Offside though. It was in the right area for Peter Skapidis, but the flag does go up, and here comes that change for Dandenong Thunder. Aidan Mamiti's going to make way for Blake Carpenter. And that is the Thunder's final change this evening. He's had a good night, Carpenter's had his moments. Couldn't find the back of the net, though. Has been dangerous up front, though, for Dandenong Thunder. So Aidan Mamiti's now out there. Hatzakostas. Now Hennessy. This is Josh Calabria to Feely. Pascoe Vale happy just to pass this one around in their back third at the moment, and Hennessy's clearance is wayward. Two Mamiti's out there now for Dandenong Thunder. This is Mersim. Barnes. Tightly held there by Calabria. Does fall his way eventually. Dimitri Hatzimiratis. The challenge from Amachi. Does fall away from Hatzimiratis, but it will be a Pascoe Vale throw to be taken by Ishak. The 1-2 with Hatzakostas. Just getting in the way was Amachi. Looks like the final change for Pascoe Vale will be Jip Bartels to come on. It will be Bartels, the final change this evening for Pascoe Vale, as both sides look for what might end up being the winner. We're still scoreless as Youssef crosses this one in, but nowhere near Van Schip. Aidan Mamiti, now Hatzakostas, got in front of Skapidis and won it back for Pascoe Vale. Now going down to Pascal. And a free kick for Pascoe Vale as we see Bartels now. He's ready to come on. And here is the final substitution of the evening, and the man that's coming off is ACN Ishak. He's been busy tonight, he's been good. So Jip Bartels now enters the fray. All substitutions are made. And all 6 have occurred before the 80th minute. more accurately, the 80-minute mark as play resumes now. That ball falls away from Van Schip. Thunder looking to counter. Barnes. Tallarico working on him as well as Hatzakostas, and he does eventually flow free. Does Barnes into the area. Does he look to get a shot away? Barnes, the cross. Too hot, but there is a man out the back. It's Skapetis. Another chance to get the ball in for Dandenong Thunder. Central ball. Georgopoulos gets in the way for Pascoe. Vale wins it back. Now Van Schip. Some white shirts around him. Thunder ball for the time being. Trying to turn and go there was Mamidi. Musgrave comes forward, passes off to Dover. Gets his shot away and doesn't even collect the side netting in the end. Both sides now starting to get desperate. Looks as though it's only going to take one goal to claim the points here this evening. There's only really one genuine save. And that was Nick Feely when Barnes sent the ball directly in front of him and didn't really have to move in the end, and that was it. And that was earlier in his second half. Other than that, a lot of the shots that we have seen have gone wayward. Musgrave wins the foul here for Dandenong Thunder. Pascoe Vale ball here. Adrian Tallarico to take the throw. He's been key pillar tonight for Pascoe Vale as Tallarico. He'll take another throw here. Van Schip looking to combine with Tallarico. Ball spills out and a quick ball forward here. Doesn't quite pick out Barnes. It's Hatzakostas that's there for Pascoe Vale. Hennessy. Abascal and Youssef. Hatzakostas now. Switches across over to the left and Tallarico comes back inboard. The back heel for Calabria. Hennessy, a pressured ball, trying to pick out a Pascal, and it didn't work out. Now it's Aidan Mamidi. Trying to get up and emerge with the ball, but couldn't. Navy blue shirts eventually won out in the end. Ball at midfield. Kashieri. Barnes is nowhere near that one as Feely will safely reclaim it for Pascoe Vale. So time now starting to run out here. 6 minutes away from the 90. Mamidi's balls. Now they're going to pick out Feely. Georgopoulos, who's out there to provide a spark. Too heavy a touch, and the ball was cleared away. Does get back there, but nowhere near a Pascal. So a throw in the attacking third coming up for Peter Skapetis and the Dandenong Thunder. In fact, he'll allow Mamidi to take it. Throw for Skapetis. Gets away from the initial pressure. Central ball, right foot shot, well blocked by Hennessy. Still a chance for Thunder. Skipidis again once more. Youssef comes to challenge him. Davey Van Schip helping out down back, and the ball comes out now. It's Youssef. It was either he or Hatzimaradis. A little back heel's okay. Hatzimaradis, Amachi kills it off. Now Pascoe Vale throw on the edge of the attacking third. Four and a half minutes until we're at the 90. All three substitutions have been made by both teams. Matthew Hennessy. Well, that was a very wayward ball. Feely could only just get to it in time, and he has to work his way back to the goal. He will clear out eventually. All's well, it ends well in the end for Pascoe Vale, but that was a dicey moment. Wouldn't exactly describe Pascoe Vale's ball movement as clean in these dying stages. And Dandenong Thunder are right now enjoying Lion's share of possession, well kept down by Dover. Cavallo trying to work his way around, but Youssef proving a tough out. Now Amachi, can he get across in? Two Pascoe Vale men to get around one of them. Is Davey Van Schip, left foot ball deflected. Maybe handball, but Adam Bafke either blindsided or decided it wasn't a handball. Can Pascoe Vale get something going now? Bartels, his first real involvement since coming on. Hatzakostas. Back to Pascal, and this is Bartels. Pascal has to go back after his first initial ball was blocked back, and a foul there against Gonzalo Pascal, and the home fans not happy. Dover once more on the right, looking to work a way around Tallarico. Barnes presents to his right. Brandon Barnes, the left foot cross in, tried to pick out Skipidis. Deflected ball, Georgopoulos. No handball given either. And then going down was Aiden Mamidi. Does Davey Van Schip keep this in? He doesn't. The tempo's lifting, the urgency's lifting. And it's Brandon Barnes at the moment. And now Dover. Cavallo. Left foot shot, just over the crossbar. Maybe it was tipped over, it was. It will be a corner. Well done, Nick Feely. A wonderful shot from long range. Must have been 25 to 30 yards out. A wonderful shot. And a corner here for Dandenong Thunder. Can they find a winner? In swinging ball. Is it kept in? It's not. And Feely will be allowed to clear out. Wow, what a wonderful strike that was. We're a minute away from the 90. And there's a Thunder man off here. It's Masim Mamiti with a fairly heavy gash just right by his left eye. So he's off at the moment. And Thunder temporarily down to 10 men as he receives treatment. We're about to find out how many minutes of added time we're going to have. It's going to be 4. At least for the moment it's 4 as Mamidi continues to receive his treatment and get his head bandaged up. Georgopoulos now. A little bit of space here at the back. Shot away from Bartels! And Pascoe Vale score! Finally a breakthrough! And Pascoe Vale leads. Right at the 90 minutes and 4 minutes go up. A wonderful strike and plenty of space. A lapse in concentration down back for Dandenong Thunder. And Bartels, with his first goal of the season, puts Pascoe Vale in front. Thunder was down to 10 men. Masim Mamidi now comes back out, head bandaged. Heavy gash, had to be treated. And Pascoe Vale finally finds a breakthrough, a wonderful finish by Bartels. But I suppose if you're a Thunder fan, the good news is that you've got the best part of 3.5 minutes to look for an equaliser. Wow. How does that change things here at CB Smith Reserve? Georgopoulos, who's played well since coming on. The scorer, Bartels. Pascal. Hatzakostas. Thunder need to work hard now. Not allow this to be on Pascoe Vale's terms. Was there a handball there? No. The calls were coming from Vitale Ferrante in the Pascoe Vale sideline. Dover. He's worked hard all night. The 1-2, now Dover. The challenge from Youssef right at the top of the area and a free kick for Dandenong Thunder and a card for Joseph Youssef as well. That's Pascoe Vale's first yellow card of the night. A set piece for Dandenong Thunder looking for a late equaliser. We're almost 2 minutes through the 4 minutes of added time. Potentially 4 men, 3 men over the ball here. It's Skapides, Barnes and Cavallo. A 5-man wall for Pascoe Vale. It'll be Barnes or Skapides to take this one for Thunder. One in for Adam Bavka. It's a blow to whistle, and he does now. The shot! And an equaliser by Cavallo! Amazing strike! And it's 1-1. Wow. Two late goals either way, and we are back to square. A wonderful finish from the set piece. Christian Cavallo, his third goal of the season. Scenes here at CB Smith Reserve. Now they're looking for a winner. Barnes, a long-range shot over the crossbar. It took a touch, though. It took a touch. And it's a Dandenong Thunder corner. Oh, wow. The visiting fans suddenly are up and about. As you would be. It is a corner. There's no one over there to take it. Skapides will now make his way over. Wow, what a finish. Two goals to either side after the 90-minute mark. Skapides with the cross in now. It's too heavy toward the back post, and Hennessy's happy to see that out. So 4 minutes were given, and those 4 minutes are just about up. Dover's high ball's going to land at midfield. Hatzakostas. Every touch is vital now. Every touch counts. It's Davey looking to press here for Pascoe Vale. Davey Van Schip. Two defenders to deal with. Amachi was one of them, and they do win it back here, Thunder. Play continues. Calabria there for Pascoe Vale. Have they got time to launch an attack? It's Talarico. Adam Bafka says no. What an amazing finish here at CB Smith Reserve. It was Jip Bartels who finally found the back of the net for Pascoe Vale after the 90 minutes. And then the equaliser was a wonderful free kick taken by Christian Cavallo. And in the end, both Dandenong Thunder and Pascoe Vale have to settle for a point. An unbelievable game here at CB Smith Reserve. It's been a pleasure to call it for you. My name's Adam Sarikoglu. In the end, Pascoe Vale 1, Dandenong Thunder 1.